In South San Francisco, school children have been mailing cards and letters like these to troops overseas. Find out how this all happened. Stay tuned.
In January, it's so nice. Walk swimming on sliding ice. To sip hot chicken soup with rice. Sipping once, sipping twice. Sipping chicken soup with rice. You make a ride go away. To far sing home all day. And dream about my soup all day. Home right once, home right twice. Eating chicken soup with rice. Chicken soup with rice.
Hi, I'm Bruce Grantham, and welcome to Our Children, Our Future, a program about education and the South San Francisco Unified School District. After the events of 9/11, so many Americans struggled with how to respond, how to do something about it. Well, one local individual has responded by making it her personal crusade to support the American troops overseas. Out of this, California Kids for Troops was born. With me to talk about this local support project is Corrine Richards, project leader, and Tony Yaquinto, U.S. Marines retired. Tony and Corrine, welcome. Thank you for coming on the program with me.
Thank you.
Corrine, how did the events of 9/11 mobilize you into action?
Well, before September 11th, I have the normal, regular life. Everything was fine. Then suddenly it hit us. And then all the nice feeling I had about the nation, about the troops, suddenly were not enough anymore. It was time to show support. And that's why I first joined the USO.
The USO,
At the airport at San Francisco. And a few months later, I started to join several groups that support the military people. So I started to knit for the troops, write for the troops, send care packages.
Mm-hmm. And then you expanded the program into something that you call California Kids for Troops. How did that come about?
Well, after writing for 2 or 3 years, I thought that I needed something more uplifting, something that would touch the troops more. And
plus, that's a lot of letter writing on your part. You needed more help.
Yes, exactly, and the insight of other people as well.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was at work, I talked to my colleague, Mari Avila Suarez, which is the president of the PTA.
PTA Council in South San Francisco, right? Yes, I know Maury. Yeah.
And so we thought that with her access to the troops, and me with the access to her with the access to the children, and me with access to the troops, we could maybe join our efforts and work together.
Uh-huh.
However, that happened in 2004, but so many things happened that it just remained good thoughts until 1 year later, when the holidays were coming again. So we decided this time we need to do something. So Maury talked to Barbara Olds, the superintendent of the
school district. Uh-huh.
Yes, and in the meantime, Tony and I, we started to talk about what we could do. And the two of us, we decided to create California Kids for Troops.
Then Tony, that leads us to you. You're Marine retired.
Right.
And you wear a lot of hats still. Related to the military and the veterans especially. Yeah. How did you get involved with California Kids for Troops?
Well, we donated a TV set down to the USO, and I happened to meet Corrine at that particular time. And she and I were both on the same path of doing things for the troops. So we got together and decided that maybe letter writing would be, what's something that we should really do. So we started thinking about Christmas, and then after we thought about Christmas, why just Christmas? Why not do the whole year? And that's what we started to do.
So the students write cards,
Mm-hmm.
The South City school kids write cards, and then they're collected, and then where do they go? And how do they get there?
Well, we were able to send cards to the Army, the Marines, to the USS Abraham Lincoln, to 4 submarines. For Valentine's, we added 2 embassies in the Middle East. And we try to focus on local troops so that can create a relationship between the military and the kids.
Uh-huh. Tony, I know you're very modest, but you're a much decorated Marine from the Korean War. And you probably better than anybody knows what this kind of response from home means to troops overseas. What do you think about that the troops feel about getting the cards from the South City kids while they're overseas?
Well, in my Korean days, when I was in the Korean War, the most important thing you could receive was a letter from home or a card or anything like that. And once you did receive it, it rejuvenated you. It made you feel that you were appreciated doing what you were doing. And when you didn't receive it, you were at the low cycle of your life. But I'll tell you, once you receive a letter, it peps you up a lot. It's something that you look forward to, and you can just imagine if everybody else is getting mail and you're not getting anything, how despondent you can be.
What you see a lot of the troops when they come home, and what kind of feedback have you gotten from them about the cards that have been sent?
Oh, they send emails, they write, they send cards, and I haven't received any phone calls, but I know they're corresponding with us.
Now, I know both of you have read a lot of the cards that have gone overseas. Do you have any favorites, Tony?
Oh, I have one. A few of them.
Kids, like Art Linkletter said, kids say the darndest things.
Well, they let their feelings out. And there was one particular one from a 5th grader, and he was indicating that he was sorry to hear that the troops were over there, or the soldier was over there, and he indicated that he wanted them to be safe and to practice when they shoot and to make sure they hit their target. Another one was make sure you, oh no, what time does the war start for you? Morning, noon, or night?
Yeah, you shared that with me the other day. I love that one, as if it's on a time schedule.
That was really great.
Yeah.
And they wind up saying, go get him, Tiger, or that away, dude, or...
A lot of encouragement.
Right.
A lot of encouragement. Corinne, what are the future goals for California Kids for Troops? I know you're looking to expand it.
Yes. Something that we haven't talked about is that we also sent a lot of our mail, practically half of it, to our wounded troops that are in Germany, that are in local hospitals here. We sent also letters to the Injured Marine Semper Fi Fund, etc. So we would like to continue to increase the mail to both the active troops and the wounded troops. But what we would like also to do is to send a lot of, to include lots of institutions into our programs. And that means more schools, churches, the Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. Mm-hmm. And we would like for our project to be more and more practical as well. For example, there was a welcome home last week at the airport, mm-hmm. and for the first time our banner was there.
Right, our welcome home troop banner in front here.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. I know we had some slides of that. If our viewers want to learn more about California Kids for Troops, and maybe you've got some people out there that head up organizations that want to get involved in this card writing campaign, who should they contact? What should they do?
Yeah, I think that we have a slide.
I think we have a slide. Yeah, there it is.
So you see there is calkidsfortroops@yahoo.com. We'll have a web page pretty soon, so that will be easy to find. And you have 2 phone numbers over there, the 650-615-6915 or 650-583-2704.
Thank you very much. Corinne and Tony, thank you for the wonderful work that you do. It's really a pleasure, and it's great to see all the kids involved, and continued good luck and success with this. When we come back, we're going to meet one of those troops who received the cards and letters when he was overseas. Stay with us.
January is so nice. Walk swimming on sliding ice.
Prudential California Realty is pleased to support the South San Francisco Unified School District. With several offices located throughout the South Bay, we help home buyers realize their dreams of ownership and sellers maximize their home investment. Prudential California Realty is a longtime partner with education, having created the Education Foundation in 1992, which provides grants to teachers throughout Northern California. Prudential California Realty, your partner in real estate.
It's one of the hottest political races in California. Nevin versus Papin versus Yee. The race is on to see who will represent San Francisco and the Peninsula in the 8th Senate District Democratic primary. Watch the game as candidates square off on the critical issues. Presented by Wells Fargo. For details, go to www.pentv.tv.
Whenever there's new innovations or revolutionary technologies, chances are they've got something to do with the Silicon Valley. And that is what Tech Close-Up is all about.
Tech Close-Up is about even more than just bites and chips. We cover the people in your community. We're all over the Bay Area. To find Tech Close-Up where you live, just go to our website at techcloseup.com.
The students from Junipero Serra Elementary School in South San Francisco sent well over 500 pieces of mail, both at the holiday season and Valentine's Day, to troops overseas. With me is Major Ted Wong of the United States Marine Corps, who received some of that mail, and JS Principal Terry Gavin and second grade teacher Lori Hartwick. Welcome. And Ted, to you, welcome home.
Thank you very much.
It's good to have you home.
Thanks.
First of all, where were you stationed? Were you overseas?
I was actually stationed in 3 locations. I was stationed at Camp Patriot in Mosul, then at Camp Taji in just north of Baghdad, and then lastly at Camp Habaniya in between Ramadi and Fallujah.
All in Iraq?
Yes, sir.
What was your reaction to the cards and letters sent from the kids from home?
Well,
and for you, this is home.
Yeah, this is home. Well, initially it was just wow. I mean, being from Daly City, seeing Junipero Serra School, which is just down the street from where I live, from local citizens just sending support was just fantastic to receive.
What are the troops saying about the cards and letters they're getting?
The troops, the same thing. They just thought it was terrific getting unsolicited letters from children, just asking them how they are doing, telling them what's going on in their life. Was just amazing. Do you remember any special messages? Oh yeah, there were some special ones out there. I mean, especially the ones that just didn't ask us about what was going on in Iraq or what 9/11 was about. The ones that are saying, well, you know, I'm really upset at my brother today because he pinched me, or my favorite color is blue. Stuff from home. Yeah,
that they can relate to, like brothers and sisters.
Oh yeah, I mean, it told us that they were living their lives without fear, and that we were doing something over in the country, and the thanks was implied. It was great. That's great.
That's great. Terry, the kids at Junipero Serra School really got behind this letter writing campaign. How come they've responded with such enthusiasm, do you think?
Well, I think it was just a great idea. When I went to the principal's meeting and I heard about it, I thought, wow, this is something I can bring back to the faculty. And sure enough, when I did, they thought it was a great idea and it was contagious. When teachers get behind an idea and believe in it, then they bring it to their classrooms, and the children just caught that, enthusiasm, and from there it just spread. So it was great.
And these kids have a huge, huge heart, and they need some place to express what they're feeling.
They absolutely do.
And you've given them an opportunity. California Kids for Troops giving them an opportunity. Lori, in your second grade class, is it?
Second.
How have you been able to make the letter writing campaign, part of what you do as a learning activity?
Well, first when I saw the campaign, I thought it was perfect because letter writing is part of our content standards. So they needed to learn proper placement and punctuation, and I also like them to learn to think about others and care about others. And when I saw the first batch of letters, they were so sweet and from the heart. I thought, well, we'll make 20 people happy here. And then I thought if we write again tomorrow, we can make 40 people happy. And their letters were so nice, and they enjoyed doing it, and so we kept it up. And we were happy when the request came along again for Valentine's Day.
And I think we were talking before, I think they're saying things like, when can we write letters again? When are we going to do this again?
They're ready. And I think one little extra, I think they've really learned that kindness does have its rewards, because when they saw the email and the picture with the soldiers, that was like gold. Then when you gave them the TV offer, there again, and then today they got letters back, so it's all come full cycle.
That's perfect, because we're going to hear from the kids now, because I had some of the kids at Junipero Serra read for us some of those letters that they sent overseas. Can we see that now?
I hope hope you get well very soon. Also, I will think about all the soldiers in the hospital, including you. Kids in every school are thinking about you soldiers. I hope you see your friends and family again. Thank you for protecting us and our families. Sincerely, Romeric.
Dear soldier, well, first of all, how are you doing? Thank you for keeping us from harm. Thank you for supporting us. I hope you stay safe. I wish you guys could visit us at JS, which stands for Juniper Sarah. Your friend, Hero.
Dear soldier, I wish I could see you right now, but I think about soldiers and hope they are all right and safe. I wish that your family could see you. Thank you for protecting us. From Jeremiah. Dear soldier, thank you for protecting us. I wish you could come to Juniper Sarah School and visit Room 8. We are learning about rocks. I know they have minerals in them. I collect rocks. What did you collect when you were 8 years old? Thank you again for protecting us. From Samantha. Dear soldier, my name is Giselle. I wish you were better. You might know my uncle. He is in the war too. I'm in the 3rd grade. Get well soon. Very truly yours, Giselle. Dear soldier, I hope you feel better. Even if I don't know you, I bet you are really nice and funny. You must be fun to play with and to talk to. I hope this letter makes you really happy like me. I even hope that your best wishes will come true. I bet your family is loving you every second. Best wishes, Herlyn.
Dear soldier, how are you? How is your family? I wish you could be with your family soon. Thank you for protecting our families and keeping us from harm. Thank you for supporting us. From Jalila.
Dear soldier, thank you for taking care of our country. Soldiers, thank you for saving the United States of America. Thank you for your sacrifice. You are good soldiers. I hope you have a good Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday. I will send you this letter tomorrow. Remember, never give up. Thank you for joining the military. Always be careful in the war. Always believe in yourself. I hope you have the chance to see your family soon. Your never-before-seen friend, Jade.
Dear soldier, my name is Vishal. Thank you for your braveness. Thank you for risking your life to protect us. Hope you feel well soon. Happy holidays. Your friend, Michelle. Dear soldier, I hope you get well soon. Please save our country. When you get home, you'll see that SpongeBob SquarePants is still on Nickelodeon and that California is still the same except Arnold Schwarzenegger is the governor. Is Germany cold? One time when I was little, like 3 years old, I accidentally pulled a pot of soup and burned myself from my chest. My parents helped me by praying with me. It is healed, but I still have the mark. Sincere, Marcella.
Major Wong, what'd you think of that?
Oh, those kids are precious. I look forward to meeting them.
Yeah, and you will soon, because I think you're going to go visit JS.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much for coming on with us, and welcome home. Glad to see you safe and sound. Terry and Lori, thank you very much for being on. In our final segment, the South San Francisco High School varsity basketball team had a record-setting season this year. We're going to meet some of the key players when we come back.
January is so nice. Walk swimming on sliding ice.
I'm Mark Simon.
I'm Bob Marks.
It's our favorite spectator sport.
The day of reckoning is fast approaching.
We're just going to shoot the bull.
Join Mark Simon and Bob Marks each week on The Game as they cover the Bay Area's top stories, bringing you in-depth analysis on politics, business, and sports. Don't sit on the sidelines. Get into the game. Sundays at 7:30 a.m. on WB20, Bay Area Cable Channel 13.
If you live on the peninsula, there's only one place to get the latest news on business, sports, politics, education, and your community. Peninsula TV. Channel 26, the Peninsula and South Bay's Emmy Award-winning programming resource. For more information or for a programming schedule, go to PenTV.tv or call us at 650-637-1936. Peninsula TV, your community programming channel.
Real Estate with Bobby Decker is for anyone who owns a home or aspires to do so. Everything that is important to or an interesting facet of home ownership will be covered by our program. Please join us. You won't want to miss Real Estate with me, your host, Bobby Decker.
The South San Francisco Warrior varsity basketball team had a record-breaking season this past year. With me to talk about the great season that the Warriors had, Coach Drew Petiti, senior co-captains Eric Moore and Michael Hill. Fellas, thank you for coming on with me tonight. You guys had quite a season. Drew, you want to tell us about the season? Hit some of the highlights for us.
We had, there's a lot of highlights. We won.
We only have an 8-minute segment.
I know.
I know how coaches could talk.
We had, first we won the league championship at winning 9-1, and it was our 4th championship in 10 years. And we won the San Mateo County PAL championships, first time in school history. And we went to the CCS semifinals, which again is only twice we've done that in our school history. Won 23 games, which was the second most we've ever had, and it was there's a couple other highlights within that within this year. 3 of those games that we played, we won 14 games in a row, but 3 of those games we won in the last quarter, down by 10 with 5 minutes to go, and came back and won all 3 of them.
Now, you eventually lost to Palo Alto in the section semifinals, and Palo Alto went on to do what?
Palo Alto went on to win the state, and if we're going to lose, that's who you want to lose to. We lost to the best team in California, and we didn't just lose. We played. It was a close game the whole way until maybe the last 2 minutes when we had to start fouling. They made some free throws, but we gave them as good a run as anybody did along the way.
Now, you not only are you the varsity basketball coach, but you're kind of a historian of South San Francisco basketball. How does this team that you had this year measure up to past South City teams?
I think this team could play with any of the teams that I've had, and I think they weren't the most flashy team, but they had the right ingredients and they played together, and that's what made these guys so special. Is they could, the teams that we played, some of the teams were they had more talent than we did, but these kids played together. They knew their roles, they knew what they had to do, and everybody accepted it, and everybody liked each other. And that goes a lot farther sometimes than talent. I've had more talented teams, but when you have a team with talent that plays together, that can overcome a lot of that, so that's what we did.
How do you accomplish that when, everything that you see now is ESPN highlight reel, and it's all offense, and it's all who plays above the basket and that sort of thing, but I know that your approach and your team's success is not anything like that.
Well, a lot of it has to do with the seniors. You got kids like Eric and Michael and Alex McKinley and some of the other seniors that we had, Ron Delarama. These kids really were the leaders. When you have leaders this is what they demanded. They demanded us playing as a team and forget themselves, forget playing for the cameras, for stats. That's why you win games, and and they were a big key. I mean, I can only do so much. When you get seniors doing the rest of it, then you got
something pretty special.
Exactly.
You got something pretty special. Why don't we talk to a couple of these guys here? I noticed while you were talking, Eric was shaking his head. Yeah, when he was talking about defense and playing as a team and so forth. Eric Moore, who I want to congratulate you on being named not only All-League and Peninsula Athletic League, but Player of the Year, and All-County also. You had quite a season. What were the highlights for you?
I would say the basic highlights would just be the team chemistry we had and how we played with each other. It wasn't really a personal highlight. I feel it was just how we we played some teams that we were supposed to lose to, and how we overcome the popularity of another team to beat another team, and which helped us a lot to stay.
One of the things I know Coach is most proud of, as far as you as a player, is, and people don't usually get credit for this sort of thing, but you really pride yourself in playing defense. And Drew keeps a very interesting stat that you took something like 34 charges in your career, defensive charges. Are you pretty proud of that?
Yeah, I'm proud of it because I broke a school record, and not many people could break their school records and do their high school career, so it meant a lot to me.
This record's not going to be broken.
No.
This record is going
to
be there for a while.
He plays tough defense.
Yes.
He plays tough, and that has a lot to do with the football probably. Eric, I know you were a heck of a football player too. What are your plans after high school?
My high school plans is probably between CSM and City. I plan on playing both basketball or
and football
during that time. Mm-hmm. So it's leaned towards CSM and City.
Okay. And Michael, what about you? What was the highlight for you this year?
Well, I think our team, the whole season, we didn't accept nothing but the best. So every game was a highlight for us, and we expected to win, and we did what we needed to do to win.
You guys are both very unassuming. You guys talk team first and yourself second. That's pretty rare, and that's pretty special. That's probably why you guys had such a successful season. What are your plans after high school?
I won't be playing basketball anymore. I'll be playing football, probably the CSM or City College too, along with my quarterback Eric.
Are you going to go along with him? Are you guys a package deal?
We're a unit, yeah.
Are you a receiver?
Yeah.
In football, you're a quarterback?
Yeah.
So you're a package deal, huh?
Yeah.
So if there's any coach out there, and I get 10% now, eventually, all right? Okay. Well, good luck to you guys. What do you guys enjoy most, offense or defense? On the basketball court.
Oh, I enjoy. Go ahead, E.
I would say defense, because as far as defensive wise, that wins games, and that's what you go to play for is to win a game. And you can have all the offensive players. We had offensive players last year, but just the problem with it was we just didn't play defense. And now this year we all focus mainly on defense because the points are going to come, and the object of the game basically is to be able to stop the other team.
We got a minute or so, Coach. Any final thoughts on this team?
It's a special group. Like Eric, they're very fun to watch, and they created so much excitement for the school, and especially when they started and they got in the PAL tournament. We were the underdog, and it was so exciting because they overcame, and we played two #1 teams that won their division, Burlingame and Menlo. Weren't expected to win, and we won, and it was very, very exciting. And so those are some things that we'll always remember from this group, that they overcame some big obstacles.
Well, again, congratulations to all of you. Good luck to you fellas on your careers after high school. Continued success to you, Coach. I want to thank all my guests this evening with the California Kids for Troops program and the very successful varsity basketball team at South San Francisco High School. I'm Bruce Grantham for Our Children, Our Future. Thanks for watching. See you next time.